Good morning. Welcome in today's lecture. That will be the ventricle of brain. Okay. So today we will talk about the ventricles of the brain, and you know that ventricle is those area where the CSF will be produced. CSF will be formed. Okay, in the plexus of the ventricle. I will tell you about these process. But before that, we must have understand why we are going to study the ventricles of the brain. That means we must learn about the objectives and outcomes of the ventricles of the brain. Okay. So let's see. The objective is like you can describe the location and different types of the ventricles. Also, you can explain the different boundaries of the fourth ventricle. You can describe the structure that will present in the floor of the fourth ventricle. You can explain the location of the cerebral aqueduct. You can explain the different parts of the brain and their function. You can explain about the anatomy of the CSF circulation. And after studying these points, you will be able to explain, you able to describe the different types of the ventricle is there, their role is there, and with you can explain the different parts of the brain. Okay. And every part have their own specialized function. So you can explain these things by learning these points. Now we are going to start the brain ventricles. If we are going to start the brain ventricle, then we have seen there is a, you can see in the images there is a lateral ventricle, central ventricle in the spiral hemispheres, third ventricle is there, cerebral aqueduct is there, and the fourth ventricle is. Now we know the brain is passed by the cerebrospinal fluids, and we know the cerebrospinal fluid is present inside the brain, and inside the brains there are the space that is filled with the CSF. These space are called the ventricles. Okay, so in the brain there is a root in which the cerebrospinal fluid will be in flow, and that space inside the brain that is called the ventricle where the CSF cerebrospinal fluids are filled. Now there are the four ventricles will be there, two lateral ventricles that are in the brain hemisphere. So you can see the lateral ventricles in the cerebral hemisphere. So two lateral ventricle will be there. Then third ventricle is in the diencephalon area. So that will be third ventricles, and another, and last is the fourth ventricle that is between the pons and medulla and the cerebellum. So cerebrospinal fluids that is flowed inside the brain structure, that will be the ventricle where it will be flowed. Now ventricle having the four ventricle is there, two lateral ventricle, then third ventricle and fourth ventricle. So the lateral ventricle are in the brain hemisphere, and third ventricle will be in the diencephalon area, and the fourth ventricle will be present in the between the pons and medulla and the cerebellum. They are connected by the, now these ventricles are connected by the foramen of Monroe, that is a lateral to the third, then cerebral aqueduct third, fourth, and the foramen of the Magneri and the Luschka, that is a fourth subarachnoid space or cisternae magna will be there. Now lateral ventricle is in the cerebral sphere. We can see there is a two lateral ventricle, then third ventricle and fourth ventricle as shown in the images. Now you can see here, these are the lateral ventricle. It is the cavity of the cerebral hemisphere, and it is C-shaped. It has three horns and central parts. Anterior horn in the frontal lobe, like you can see, these are the anterior horn will present in the frontal lobe. Posterior horn in the occipital lobe. You can see these are the posterior horn. Then inferior horn in the temporal lobe. You can see these are the inferior horn, and the central part of the body that will in the center in the parietal lobe. So there will be three horns and central part. It is a C-shaped. We are talking about the lateral ventricle. Interior horn will be present in the frontal lobe, the frontal sides, while posterior horn will be present in the posterior, so it will be the occipital. Its name given, anterior means front side, so it is present in the front side, frontal. Posterior horn present in the posterior back side, so it is the occipital. Then inferior, it is a temporal, and the central part that will present in the parietal. Superior view of the ventricular system. Lateral ventricles, anterior horn in the frontal lobe, we know about it, posterior horn in the occipital lobe, inferior horn in the temporal lobe, and body in the parietal lobe, or you can say the center in the parietal lobe. So the inferior and posterior horns are connected in the trigone area. Now, second part, we have the structure and function of the brain. The brain and spinal cords are the central nervous system. Brain और spinal cord क्या है? ये एक central nervous system है. CNS. We know when we classified the nervous system, we classified the nervous system into two parts: central nervous system and peripheral nervous system. Where the peripheral nervous system is divided into somatic and autonomic, and the central nervous system is divided into the brain and spinal cords. Now, the spinal cord is a single structure, whereas the adult brain is described in terms of four major regions. The spinal cord is a single structure, where the brain can be described in a different four regions like the cerebrum, diencephalon, brainstem, and cerebellum. So, अगर हम brain को classify करें, अगर हम brain को categorize करें, so we can categorize the brain in a four different part: cerebrum, diencephalon, brainstem, and cerebellum. So these four are the parts of the brain. Now, a person conscious experience are based on the neural activity in the brain. We know whatever we feel, we can thought, we can sense. Every activity is due to our neural activity, due to the neural work. Okay, neurons के कारण होते हैं. So the regulation of homeostasis is governed by the specialized region in the brain. Also, the organs are maintaining the homeostasis, the internal environment of the body. It is also controlled by the some specialized region in the brain. Now, the coordination of reflex depends on the integration of sensory and motor pathway in spinal cords. We know we have seen the reflex action where when you touch a hot object, your hand will be pull out without any effort. If you put your foot on the thorn, then you will pull your leg up without any effort, without desire. These are the reflex action, and these action are integrated by the combination of the your sensory and motor pathway. Cerebrum. Okay, so we divided the brain into four parts: the cerebrum, diencephalon, brainstem and cerebellum. सबसे पहले आपको क्या cerebrum की बात करनी है, उसके बाद फिर diencephalon की बात करनी है, फिर brainstem पे आना है और फिर cerebellum पे. तो cerebrum, diencephalon, brainstem और cerebellum. Cerebrum. Cerebrum is the seat of intelligence. सेरेब्रम को क्या बोलते हैं? सीट ऑफ इंटेलिजेंस बोलते हैं. ओके, जिसमें ये हमें कैलकुलेशन की क्षमता, एबिलिटी टू रीड, राइट, स्पीक, म्यूजिक कंपोजिशन, रिमेंबर द पास्ट, प्लान फॉर द फ्यूचर, इमेजिनेशन, थिंकिंग. Okay, so these all done by the cerebrum. So it provides us with the ability of these diverse things. Okay, so we can read, we can write, we can speak, to make the calculation and compose the music, to remember the past, plan for the future, and imagine things that have never existed before. जो कभी हुआ ही नहीं है उसके लिए imagine करना. Okay, for example, you just sometimes you can imagine to if I have some powers, then I can do these things, I can do that things. Okay, I can fly in the sky, whatever you think. Okay, you just want to swim in the sky. So these are the imagination. Okay, so in even imagination can be different types, but these imaginations, these ability to read, ability to write, speak, calculation, remember, these all will be worked by the cerebrum, because cerebrum is called the seat of intelligence. Now, the cerebrum consists of an outer cerebral cortex, inner region of cerebral white matter and gray matter, nuclei deep within white matter. Now, you have seen, you have learned about the cerebrum function, and we have also learned about the cerebrum is a seat of intelligence. It will be consist their outer layer, that will be called the cerebral cortex, and inner region, that will be the white matter and gray matter. Okay, and nuclei will be present within the white matter. Cerebral cortex is a region of gray matter that form the outer rim of the cerebrum. Cerebral cortex की जो region की बात करें, सेरेब्रल कॉर्टेक्स इज अ रीजन ऑफ ग्रे मैटर, ये ग्रे मैटर का ही रीजन है दैट फॉर्म्स करता है आउटर रिम ऑफ द सेरेब्रम। लोब्स ऑफ द सेरेब्रम की बात करें, each cerebral hemisphere can be further subdivided into four lobes। अब cerebrum को हम डिवाइड कर सकते हैं फोर lobes में, and these lobes are named after the bones that cover them। और इनके lobes को नाम दिया गया है जिनको बोन को कवर कर सकते हैं, like the frontal, parietal, temporal, occipital। So these are not only the four different structure of the bone, but it's also the parts of the cerebrum। So cerebrum is covered by these different parts, like the frontal front side, occipital back side, and temporal the side, lateral side, and the parietal will be the central parts. Diencephalon. After cerebrum, second will be the diencephalon. Now in the diencephalon extend from the brain stem to the cerebrum and surround the third ventricle. It includes the thalamus, hypothalamus, epithalamus. Okay, so diencephalon will consider three parts: थैलमस होंगे उसमें, हाइपोथैलमस होंगे और इपीथैलमस होंगे। और डायनसेफेलॉन एक्सटेंड कहाँ से करेंगे? फ्रॉम द ब्रेन स्टेम टू द सेरेब्रम, ब्रेन स्टेम से लेकर सेरेब्रम तक ये एक्सटेंड करेंगे, जिसमें थैलमस होंगे, हाइपोथैलमस होंगे और इपीथैलमस होंगे। थैलमस क्या करेंगे? द थैलमस दैट विल बी द इनर चेंबर which measures about 3 centimeter in length and make up 80% of the diencephalon, consist of the paired oval masses of gray matter organized into nuclei with interspersed tract of white matter. Now, the thalamus, which measure about the 3 centimeter in length and make up the 80% of the diencephalon. So, diencephalon either contain the three parts: thalamus, hypothalamus, epithalamus, but thalamus is occupied the 80% of volume of the diencephalon. So, diencephalon का जो volume है 80% किससे occupied है? Thalamus से, and it will consist of the paired oval mass of gray matter organized into nuclei with interspersed tract of the white matter. Then thalamus, after thalamus, it will be the hypothalamus. Hypothalamus is just, hypo means under. So it's a small part of the diencephalon located inferior to the thalamus. So जो thalamus के नीचे पाया जाएगा वो hypothalamus हो जाएंगे. And it is composed of a dozen or so nuclei in four major region. डजन न्यूक्लियाइज के प्रेजेंट होंगे, चार मेजर रीजन से पाए जाएंगे: मेमोरी रीजन, ट्यूबरल रीजन, सुप्रा ऑप्टिक रीजन एंड प्री ऑप्टिक रीजन. So you can see here in the hypothalamus, which is located just inferior the thalamus, it has composed of dozen nuclei in four major region: mammillary region, tuberal, supraoptic, and preoptic. So the hypothalamus control many body activities and is one of the major regulator of homeostasis. Third, you will see the epithalamus. The epithalamus is a small region superior and posterior to the thalamus. Epithalamus. Epi means above. So it will be a small region superior and posterior to the thalamus. तो ये थैलमस के सुपीरियर भी होगा, ऊपर भी पाया जाएगा और उसके पीछे साइड्स में होंगे. जस्ट लुक लाइक द इट इज बैलेंस्ड. So epithalamus is just above the thalamus and just superior the thalamus. So it consists of the pineal gland and have a nuclei. So pineal gland will be present in the epithalamus. So we can say yes, the epithalamus is consist of the pineal gland and have a nuclei. The pineal gland is about the size of the small pea. जो स्मॉल एक तरह मटर के दाने की जितने इसकी साइज होती है. एंड प्रोट्रूड फ्रॉम पोस्टीरियर मिडिल ऑफ द थर्ड वेंट्रिकल. और ये कहाँ से निकलती है? थर्ड वेंट्रिकल के मिड लाइन से, पोस्टीरियर साइड से, पोस्टीरियर मिड लाइन. थर्ड वेंट्रिकल के बीच से निकलेगी मिड लाइन से, बट पोस्टीरियर बैक साइड से. And the pineal gland is considered the part of the endocrine system because it secretes the hormone melatonin. अब pineal gland कौन से हार्मोन सिक्रेट करेगी? Pineal gland is considered the part of endocrine system It secreted the hormone melanin. Hormone melanin secrete करती है. Then Haber nuclei will be there. The havenual nuclei are involved in the olfaction. Olfaction, that means smell, especially emotional responses to orders such as loved one on Kolong or mom's chocolate, chip cookies, baking in oven. So these are due to the involvement of the habenular nuclei. Third one is the after that there will be the brain stem. So we have seen the first one is the cerebrum, then we have seen the diencephalon. Now it is the brain stem. The brain stem is the part of the brain between the spinal cord and the diencephalon. So between the spinal cord और diencephalon के बीच का part. It consists of three structure. Now brain stem having the three structure: medulla oblongata, pons and midbrain. So इसमें medulla oblongata होंगे, pons होंगे और midbrain होंगे. So ये तीन तरह के structure आपको किसमें देखने को मिलेंगे? Brain stem में. It consists medulla oblongata, pons and midbrain. Now medulla oblongata, or more simply the medulla, is continuous with the superior part of the spinal cord. It forms the inferior part of the brain stem. Okay. Now this medulla oblongata will be continue with the superior part of the spinal cord. This spinal cord superior part के साथ होंगे and it form the inferior part of the brain stem और brain stem के inferior parts को form करेंगे. So the medulla begins at the foramen magnum and extends to the inferior border of the pons, a distance of about 3 centimeters. Then pons will be there that will act as a breeze. So it lies directly superior to the medulla and interior to the cerebellum. So medulla ke superior or cerebellum ke interior, and is about 2.5 centimeter long. As its name implies, the pons is a breeze that connect the different parts of the brain with one another. So these connections are provided by the bundle of axons. Like medulla, the pons consist of nuclei, sensory tracts, and the motor tract. So this is the property of the pons. Then third is the midbrain. So medulla oblongata is there, pons is there, and now it's a midbrain. The midbrain or mesencephalon extends from the pons to the diencephalon. Midbrain की बात करें, या you can say the mesencephalon, it will extend from pons to the diencephalon and about 2.5 centimeter long. The aqueduct of the midbrain passes through the midbrain, connecting the third ventricle and above with the fourth ventricle below. So like the medulla and pons, the midbrain contains both nuclei and the tracts. You can see the structure like the posterior and anterior view is there, and in interior you can see the most outer is the arachnoid villas, then superior cerebral vein, then subarachnoid space, then the superior sagittal sinus, then corpus callosum, then lateral ventricle, interventricular foramen, anterior commissure, third ventricle, and the cranial meninges will be there. And in the posterior side, you can see the choroid plexus of the lateral ventricle, then choroid plexus of the third ventricle, cerebrum. Cerebrum, you can see the fourth part of the brain we are talking about. The first one is the cerebrum. So these all parts are the cerebrum. Okay. After cerebrum, the second one we have seen that will be the diencephalon. So just below to the cerebrum, you can see the intermediate mass of thalamus, posterior commissure, great cerebral, straight sinus, then cerebellum is the below, aqueduct, choroid plexus of the fourth ventricle, median aperture will be there. Okay, so these all are the parts of the brain. Cerebellum, the fourth one. Cerebrum is there, diencephalon is there, brainstem is there, and the cerebellum. Now, cerebellum second only to the cerebrum in size. After the cerebellum will be second to the size. Occupies the inferior and posterior aspect of the cranial cavity. तो जो हमारे cranial cavity के inferior और posterior parts हैं उनको occupy करते हैं. The cerebellum accounts for about a tenth of the brain mass. ये brain का जो mass होता है brain mass का 10th parts occupy करते हैं. yet contains nearly half of the neurons in the brain. और फिर भी ये इनमें लगभग हाफ ऑफ द न्यूरॉन्स विल प्रेजेंट एज कम्पेयर टू द ब्रेन. ब्रेन का जो हाफ न्यूरॉन होते हैं वो किसमें, सेरेबेलम में प्रेजेंट होते हैं, जबकि ये सिर्फ 10th पार्ट ब्रेन को ऑक्युपाई करते हैं. So the cerebellum is the posterior to the medulla and pons and inferior to the posterior portion of the cerebrum. The superficial layer of the cerebellum, called the cerebellar cortex, consists of gray matter in a series of slender parallel folds called folia. Now you can see in the this tabulated form, medulla oblongata is there. Now medulla oblongata will contains the sensory tract and motor. Contain the sensory tract and motor. Sensory tract, that will be the ascending tract. Motor tract, that will be the descending tract. So the cardiovascular center regulate the heartbeat and blood vessels diameter by these process. The medullary rhythmicity are the regulates the breathing, contains the glacial nucleus, nucleate nucleus, gustatory nucleus, cochlear nucleus. So these are the things will be in the medulla oblongata. Pons की बात करें, pons contain the sensory tract and the motor tract. Pontine nuclei relay the nerve impulses from motor areas of cerebral cortex to the cerebellum. Midbrain is there, that will contain the sensory tract and motor tract. Cerebellum की बात करें, smooth and coordinates contraction of the skeletal muscle, regulating the postures and balance, may have a role in cognition and the language processing. So you can see here the medulla oblongata is there, pons is there, midbrain is there, then cerebellum is there, cerebrum is there, which are sensory areas of the cerebral cortex. Then epithalamus, thalamus, and hypothalamus is there. Now, thalamus, that will be relay the almost all sensory input to the cerebral cortex. Hypothalamus, which control and integrate the activities of the autonomic nervous system. Epithalamus, that will consist of the pineal glands, which secrete the melatonin and the habenuclear nuclei. Then, if you see the spinal cord is the pathway for the sensory input to the brain and motor output from the brain. सो स्पाइनल कार्ड इज जस्ट लुक लाइक एज अ पाथवे, एक पाथ की तरह काम करते हैं ये, जिससे सेंसरी इनपुट ब्रेन तक पहुंचाई जा सके और फिर ब्रेन से मोटर कमांड्स को ऑर्गन तक पहुंचाया जा सके. सो द स्पाइनल कार्ड एंड स्पाइनल नर्व कंटेन द न्यूरल सर्किट्स that control some of your most rapid reaction to the environmental changes. सो स्पाइनल कॉर्ड्स की बात करें, स्पाइनल नर्व्स जो होते हैं ये कंटेन क्या करते हैं, जो स्पाइनल कॉर्ड्स होते हैं इसमें स्पाइनल नर्व्स होती हैं और दीज स्पाइनल नर्व्स विल कंटेन अ न्यूरल सर्किट, और ये कंट्रोल करती हैं अगर इन्वायरमेंट में कोई भी चेंजेस होती है या बॉडी में देयर इज एनी चेंजेस अकर्ड इन द बॉडी और ड्यू टू द इन्वायरमेंट इज चेंजेस अकर्ड इन द बॉडी, सो इट विल टेक अ रैपिड रिएक्शंस. If you pick up something hot, the grasping the muscle may relax and you may drop the hot object even before you are consciously aware of the extreme heat or pain. This is an example of the spinal cord reflex, a quick automatic response to a certain kinds of stimuli that involve neurons only in the spinal nerve and spinal cords. Even if you know that this object is very hot, extremely hot, and if you touch that object, if you hold that object, then within a second, your muscles will be relaxed, and that object will be leave your hands. But that means you can just pull your hand from the object because the object is very hot. दिस इज एग्जाम्पल ऑफ द स्पाइनल कॉर्ड रिफ्लेक्स. हम जानते हैं कि ऑब्जेक्ट कितना गर्म है, फिर भी अगर हम उसको टच करेंगे, उसको पकड़ेंगे तो हमारे हाथ तुरंत पीछे आते हैं. दैट इज दिस रिफ्लेक्स एक्शन, दैट इज द स्पाइनल कॉर्ड रिफ्लेक्स, दैट इज अ क्विक ऑटोमेटिक रिस्पॉन्स फॉर अ काइंड ऑफ स्टिमुलाई. नाउ द स्पाइनल कॉर्ड इज एन एक्सटेंशन ऑफ द ब्रेन. स्पाइनल कॉर्ड क्या है, ब्रेन का एक्सटेंशन है जो मैसेज करता है फ्रॉम द डिफरेंट पार्ट ऑफ द बॉडी ट्रेवल थ्रू इट टू द ब्रेन एंड बैक. So spinal cord is just the extension of the brain, which send the you can say signals to the brain and then receive the command from the brain. So the nerve in the spinal cords carry these messages to and from your brain. The spinal cords enable us to do things automatically. This automatic called is reflex action. And for instance, when you touch a hot object such as a flat iron, you immediately withdraw your hand. This action does not involve your brain because you do not think at all whether you avoid a hot object or not. Now, when you touch a hot object, did you ever think about that? Now, if this object is hot, now I have to remove my hand. Have you ever come in your mind? For example, if there is a hot plate is there, and you just touch it hot plate. After touching the hot plate, what will be the first action? You will pull your hand, you will remove your hand from the hot object, or you will think that this object is hot, now I must pull my hand. You say the first one. Automatically the hand will pull off. So this automatic action is called the reflex action, because you and these all things will be coordinated by the spinal cord. Okay. So the spinal cords will enable these things to do automatically. There is a no involvement of the brain. यहाँ ब्रेन का कोई इन्वॉल्वमेंट नहीं है. This action does not involve your brain, because you do not have a time to think for these things. You cannot think about that. So yes, these are the reflex action. And in a reflex action, the nerve impulse take a special pathway called the reflex arc. When the pathway by which reflex action traveled, और ये रिफ्लेक्स एक्शन क्या होता है ये मैंने समझा दिया. ये जो पाथ है जिससे रिफ्लेक्स एक्शन ट्रेवल करता है, ओके, इस पाथ को बोलते हैं रिफ्लेक्स आर्क. लाइक द सेंसरी इन्फॉर्मेशन का स्पाइनल कॉर्ड तक जाना और फिर स्पाइनल कॉर्ड से कमांड देना. ये जो पाथ है इस पाथ को हम क्या बोलते हैं? रिफ्लेक्स आर्क. सो द पाथ बाय विच द रिफ्लेक्स एक्शन अकर, दैट इज कॉल्ड द रिफ्लेक्स आर्क. In the case of your touching the flat iron, the impulse moved from the skin where it come in the contact with the flat iron to your spinal cord. In those cases when you are touching the flat iron, so the impulse will be moved from the sensory skins, your sensory nerves, where it came in contact with the flat iron to your spinal cords. Here the impulse set off another impulses in a motor nerve running from your spinal cord to your arm muscles. These muscles contracted and pulled your hand away from the flat iron. This action took a place less than nanosecond. 50 सेकेंड 50 का वन पार्ट्स, that is the seconds. At the time, the original impulse travel up to your spinal cord to your brain, where you feel it as a pain. Same time, when you touch a hot object, the impulse will travel to your spinal cords. Spinal cords will causes the muscles to contract, and you will pull your hand back. That is a reflex action, and the process and the path is the reflex arc. But at the same time, this impulse will also travel to the brain from spinal cord. So then you will feel to pain. If you have injured your hands by touching these things, then you will feel the pain. Now, a reflex is a rapid automatic response. Now, what is a reflex? A reflex is a rapid automatic response to the environment that happened without the action of the brain. Okay. So, reflex is a rapid autonomic response. So, how can you define the reflex action? It is a rapid autonomic response to the environment that happened without the action of the brain. बिना brain के involvement के, without the acting of the brain. Okay, so that is the reflex action. They can be movement as in motor reflex, blinking when suddenly comes to the close to the eyes in a motor reflex. Other reflex action can be developed through the memories. The brain may remember how to respond to certain signals or situations. This is called the conditional reflex. Now you can see there's the other reflexes also. A conditional reflex. The conditional reflex are those reflex which are generated through the memory. That means you learn things in your behavior. That means you know how to respond for a certain type of the signal, certain type of the stimulation, or certain type of the situation. So these are called the conditional reflex. A conditional reflex is based upon the previous experience. For example, hearing to an ice cream when might make the someone's mouth water. This is a conditional reflex. That means you just heard that there is a ice cream persons, okay, that will be roaming around your street, and you just heard the ring of that particular ice cream, okay. Now by hearing the just ring of that particular person who are selling the ice cream, your mouth will become the water secretion will be start in your mouth. So that is called the conditional reflex, because it depend upon the condition, it depend upon some signals, it depend upon some situation. Same another example, if you are walking through a street and just smell something good, a very delicious fragrance coming from the some restaurant. So before you putting the food into your mouth will start the secretion of the saliva by just smell. You did not see it, and you start to smell, and you just release the secretion. So these are the conditional reflex. You associate its appearance and odor with its taste. As a result, when you see and smell the foods that you like, even though you do not actually taste it, saliva is secreted and your mouth will water. In this case, the secretion represent a conditional reflex, and conditional reflex vary from one individual to another, because we know the every condition situation is different. So yes, it will be different. Now, reflex action are very useful. They protect you from harm. Reflex action are very useful. Yes, obviously it will be useful. When someone blowing a ball on your face, when you just see it, suddenly, automatic, your hand will be raised and you will pick the ball. Either you will close your eye when the dust is blowing on your face. So yes, reflex action are very useful. They protect you from the harm. So blinking is a reflex that help your eyes from object flying the air toward your face. Sneezing and coughing are the reflex that help to remove the object from the throat and air passes. So sneezing and coughing are also the reflex. The automatic action of your reflexes usually causes you to act correctly and quickly enough to avoid the danger threatening you. So these are the automatic reflex action that usually causes to correct the things and to avoid the danger, to counter the threat. The spinal cord is located within the vertebral canal of the vertebral column. Now, where the spinal cord is located? Spinal cord is located within the vertebral canal of a vertebral column. वर्टिब्रल कॉलम में जो वर्टिब्रल कैनाल्स हैं, हर एक वर्टिब्रा के बीच में जो जगह है, उसमें स्पाइनल कॉर्ड्स लोकेटेड होते हैं. Now the surrounding vertebra provide a sturdy shelter for the enclosed spinal cords. अब जो surrounding vertebra है, ये spinal cords को एक protection provide कर रहा है, shelter provide कर रहा है. So the spinal cord, although roughly cylindrical, is flattened slightly anteriorly and posteriorly. In adults की बात करें, it extends from the medulla oblongata, the inferior part of the brain, to the superior border of the second lumbar vertebra. जब हम adults की बात करते हैं, in adults, it extends from the medulla oblongata. It extends from the medulla oblongata, the inferior part of the brain. Okay, so obviously, yes, in adults, it will be extend from the medulla oblongata, the inferior part of the brain, to the superior border of the second lumbar vertebra. In a newborn infant, it extend to the third or fourth lumbar vertebra. अगर हम newborn की बात करें, in newborn infant, it will be extend to the third or fourth lumbar vertebra. So yes, a spinal cord that is located within the vertebral column, a vertebral canal that will surrounding vertebral canal is surrounding the spinal cords and protect them, providing a shelter. यद्यपि spinal cord is rough and cylindrical, is flattened slightly anteriorly, posteriorly. But anterior posteriorly, if you see, it will be slightly flat. Adults की बात करें, बड़ों में बात करें, extends होंगे from medulla oblongata, the inferior part of the brain. Brain के जो inferior parts है medulla oblongata, वहां से लेके superior border of the second lumbar vertebra. lumbar vertebra के second तक होंगे. वहां से in adults में ये extended होंगे. But in newborn infant में ये third और fourth lumbar तक होंगे. Otherwise 2 तक होते हैं. Now during early childhood के पहले की बात करें अगर हम, both the spinal cords and the vertebral column grows longer as part overall body growth. The length of the adult spinal cord ranges from 42 to 45 centimeter inches. Its diameter is about 2 centimeter in the mid thoracic region, somewhat larger in the lower cervical and the middle lumbar region, and smallest at the inferior tip. When the spinal cord is viewed externally, then two conspicuous enlargement can be seen. The superior enlargement, that the cervical enlargement, extends from the cervical vertebra, fourth cervical vertebra to the first thoracic vertebra. And the inferior enlargement, हालांकि nerves की बात करें, the to and from the upper limbs arises from the cervical enlargement. In inferior enlargement, that will be called the lumbar enlargement, extend from the 9th to 12th thoracic vertebra. जो 9 से 12 तक thoracic vertebra है उनमें extends होते हैं. Nerves to and from the lower limbs arise from the lumbar enlargement. Spinal nerves are the path of communication between the spinal cord and a specific region of the body. Spinal cord is the extension part of the brain, we can understand it. But spinal cord is also a link between the organ and the brain. So every organ present inside the body, the spinal cords can communicate with these organs. Is a path of the communication between the brain, or you can say to the organ, or between the spinal cord to the organ. So the spinal cords appears to be segmented because the 31 pair of the spinal nerves emerges at regular interval from the intervertebral foramina. Now spinal cords की हम बात करें अगर हम, spinal cords to be segmented, spinal cords अलग अलग segments होंगे because there are 31 spinal nerves होंगे जो emerges होते हैं at the foramina. So there are the 8 pair of the cervical nerves, C1 to C8. Now remember the vertebral column segments, C7, T12, L5, S1, C1. सर्वाइकल 7 थे उसमें, वर्टिब्रल कॉलम की बात कर रहे हैं अभी, ठीक है. C7 थे, थोरेसिक 12 थे, लंबर 5 थे, एक सैक्रम एक कॉकेक्स, तो 26 वर्टिब्रा होते थे. बट हियर यू कैन सी देयर आर द 8 पेयर ऑफ सर्वाइकल नर्व. पेयर की बात कर रहे हैं, दोनों तरफ से निकले हैं, 8 पेयर्स में हैं, C1 to C8. So C1, C2, C3, C4, C5, 6, 7, 8. Then 12 pair of thoracic nerve, 12 pair of thoracic nerve, 5 pair of lumbar nerve. 5 पेयर कौन से हैं? लंबर नर्व है. 5 पेयर ऑफ सैक्रल नर्व है और एक कॉकेक्स का नर्व है. तो लगभग सेम है. C7 को आपको C8 कर देना है, T12 को T12 भी रहने देना है, L5 को L5 भी रहने देना है, S1 को S5 कर देना है और C1 को C1 ही रहने देना है. तो 8 + 12 = 20, 20 + 5 = 25, 25 + 5 = 30, and 30 + 1 = 31. So there is how many cervical nerves, spinal nerves? Spinal nerves is a 31 pair. So spinal nerve is a 31 pair of the spinal nerves. You can see it's a structure of the spinal cord. Intervertebral disc, vertebral bodies have, and in between them there is a spinal cord. So in the spinal cord, there is a gray matter, white matter. Spinal nerve is emerging from the spinal cords. Denticulate ligament will be there. Subarachnoid space is there. Subdural space is there. And the posterior side, you can see central canal, interior median fissure, spinal meninges will be there, pia mater, arachnoid matter, and the dura mater. Now, in this case, these are the images of the complete spinal nerves. You can see here, there's a C1, C2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Cervical nerve 8 pair. Okay. It will start from the medulla oblongata, then come to the cervical nerves. Then you will see the thoracic nerves 12 pair. And then below you can see their lumbar nerves 5 pair, then sacral nerves is also 5 pair, and the coccygeal nerve is the 1 pair. These are the nerves that we emerges from the spinal cords. Now look like this. It's a very clear image. Now it's time for the quiz. This is several question like, what do the descending tracts of the spinal cord contain? Spinal cord के descending tracts क्या contain करते हैं? That will contain the white matter and the transmit motor commands. Yes, answer B is correct. Which of the following list all of the main section of the brain? Cerebrum, brainstem, midbrain, medulla oblongata. Cerebrum, cerebral cortex, cerebellum, mesencephalon. Cerebellum, diencephalon, brainstem or cerebrum? Yes, C, cerebrum. C is correct answer. What part of the brain subconsciously provide the appropriate pattern of the smooth coordinated skeletal muscle contraction for the movement that we have learned? So definitely that will be the cerebellum. Which part of the brain controls the breathing, heart function, vasoconstriction and swallowing? ब्रेन का कौन सा पार्ट है जो ये फंक्शंस कंट्रोल करता है? मेजेंसेफेलॉन करते हैं, सेरेबेलम कर सकते हैं, डायनसेफेलॉन कर सकते हैं या ब्रेन स्टेम कर सकते हैं. सो ब्रेन स्टेम विल बी कंट्रोल द दीज फंक्शन. What is found in the epidural space? Epidural space में क्या पाया जाता है? It is adipose tissue, venous tissue, choroid plexus, cerebrospinal fluids. So it is the adipose tissue. Answer A is correct. The central sulcus of the brain lies between which two lobes? सेंट्रल सल्कस पैराइटल ऑसिपिटल के बीच में पाया जाता है, टेम्पोरल एंड ऑसिपिटल के बीच में पाया जाता है, फ्रंटल एंड टेम्पोरल के बीच में पाया जाता है, या फिर फ्रंटल और पैराइटल के बीच में पाया जाता है. तो यस, सेंट्रल सल्कस विल बी प्रेजेंट इन द फ्रंटल एंड पैराइटल. सो दैट विल बी आंसर डी इज करेक्ट. What is the function of the corpus callosum? Corpus callosum will connect the hemisphere. So yes, answer A is correct. It will connect the two cerebral hemispheres. Another question. Which of the list of structure include all of the central nervous system? Which of the list of structure? ऐसे इसमें कौन सा लिस्ट का स्ट्रक्चर है जो सारे नर्वस सिस्टम को इंक्लूड कर रहा है? सेरेबेलम भी होंगे, सेरेब्रम्स भी होंगे, डायनसेफेलॉन भी होंगे, ब्रेन स्टेम्स भी होंगे. तो यस, these all are the parts of the brain and spinal cord is there. So yes, all the nervous systems are completed here. Answer A is correct. Where in the brain is the primary motor area? It will be present on the midbrain, thalamus, basal nuclei or precentral gyrus. So yes, precentral gyrus. So answer D is correct. Which of the following structure together make up the brain stem? कौन सा ऐसा स्ट्रक्चर है जो ब्रेन स्टेम को टुगेदर मेकअप कर रहे हैं? मेडुला ऑब्लोंगेटा, पॉन्स, मिड ब्रेन, सेरेबेलम. मेडुला ऑब्लोंगेटा है, पॉन्स है, मिड ब्रेन है और सेरेबेलम है. तो इसमें सेरेबेलम आ गया तो ये नहीं है. ओनली मेडुला ऑब्लोंगेटा, पॉन्स और मिड ब्रेन्स होंगे. सो यस, आंसर बी इज करेक्ट. Now here are some books that you can follow these books. And today, whatever we learned, that means we talk about the uh, reflex action, different parts of the brains and the ventricles. So you go through these books like the Tortura, A Principal Anatomy and Physiology, Belmenda, that will be the anatomy and physiology, Robin Scottron here, the pathophysiology basic of the disease. You can see the diseases related to the nervous system in these books, as well as you can also follow the Ross and Wilson books will be there. And for the Indian author, you can follow the Gandhi and Gandhi. We will meet again in the next class. Till then, thank you.